Hi guys, let's practice acceptance today and also how to practice it effectively so we can get mental freedom by practicing acceptance. Many great spiritual teachers, be it Buddha, the Buddha himself, or Krishnamurti, Eckhart Tolle, many people have said that if you can sum up all of spirituality in one word, it is acceptance. But more specifically, how do we practice acceptance? For me, single most important thing I found to be able to start practicing acceptance, because many people say that practice acceptance, acceptance, I get it, but how, practically in this modern life? And this one thing I found, one piece of wisdom, it was so meaningful, so clear. Here it is. Listen to this one carefully. We always act based on level of consciousness that we have at one point in time. Let me repeat this. We act based on the level of consciousness that we have at a given point in time, which also changes for us from a moment to moment. And that definitely changes from one person to another person. Now, let me put that in a practical context. An example. Let's say yesterday I was at this level of consciousness, and then I did something that today I'm not proud of, or I'm, you know, repenting. Oh, why did I do this? But what I'm not realizing that right now I have this level of consciousness, and from this level of consciousness, I'm judging what I did yesterday with this level of consciousness. And of course, that's why it doesn't really work often. Similarly, if it was somebody else, oh, why did he do this or why did she do that? But we forget the level of consciousness that we have. And we also forget that one person who may be lovely, who may be quite considerate or not, but they may have different level of consciousness at each point in time. And that really helped me in actually being able to start practicing acceptance with this level of wisdom. Okay, now again, let's become a little bit more practical and let's tie that into our mindfulness meditation process. Now, the first two important steps of mindfulness meditation practice, as we've discussed, are one, awareness, and two, acceptance. Now, let's do a little practice together to really allow this to sink in. We have already practiced open awareness in the beginning of our practice. So we will revisit that, include that, and then also bring in acceptance. And briefly, what is open awareness? Open awareness not having any goal or one particular object to focus on, just simply allowing our mind to be open, just gently following wherever it goes. It can be any of our six senses. I could be aware of what I'm seeing right now, what I'm hearing right now, what I'm tasting right now, what I'm smelling right now, what I'm touching right now, or my feet touching the ground, or what is my mind thinking, the sixth sense being mind or heart. What am I thinking? How am I feeling right now? So just being open. Instead of in standard meditation, we have one object that we focus on, for example, breath or body. So in that sense, we treat the mind as a little doggy and ask the doggy to be on a leash and only go here. Whereas with open awareness, we allow it to go wherever it wants to go naturally. So imagine the mind being like a 5-year-old child that we don't keep on a leash, although sometimes we may want to, but we let it move around. But we don't let it move around unsupervised. We always just keep an eye on it, with that loving elder brother or loving elder sister kind of view. It's like, I'm keeping an eye, but I'm not judging. Okay, so let's do a little practice together now. I invite you to close your eyes, find a comfortable seat. See if you can find a little smile on your face. And let's take a few slow breaths, not deep breaths, but slow breaths. Breathing in slowly and breathing out slowly. Breathing in slowly and breathing out slowly. And see if you can also be aware of the smile as well. Breathing and smiling. Breathing, smiling. Nothing else to do. Okay, now let's start practicing open awareness, the first step of our mindfulness meditation. To practice this, we can start asking ourselves the question gently: what am I aware of right now? What am I aware of right now? Every 5 seconds or so, and whatever you can be aware of naturally, maybe it could be your feet touching the ground. Maybe it could be some noise in the background. Maybe it could be your mind thinking or you're feeling certain way. Could be anything. So we don't try to have a particular preference or we don't try to push away certain things. Anything that mind can be aware of naturally, we just simply observe it. What am I aware of right now? What am I aware of right now? We don't have any goals here. There's nothing we are trying to create here. Not even feeling peaceful. Our only role is just to be aware. What is happening right now? What am I aware of right now? We don't try to create peaceful or present or relaxing experience. And we don't try to push away any negative thoughts or feelings or sensations. Anything that comes up, it's perfectly fine. We just simply allow it and we just observe it. This is how we practice open awareness, continuous mindfulness, moment to moment. Keeping your eyes closed still. Now let's bring in the second step, acceptance. So first we ask our mind the question, what am I aware of right now? And whatever thought, feeling, sensation, sounds that may be, then we ask the second question, can I accept this or not? We are just gently checking for acceptance, if it's there or not. So awareness and acceptance, awareness and acceptance. Please continue on. Now, very important step for acceptance is not forcing the acceptance. We are gently checking if the acceptance is there or not. If the acceptance is not there, we just simply accept that. In other words, we just accept the non-acceptance. And this is a very important step, accepting the non-acceptance. So let's continue the practice. First, awareness. What am I aware of right now? And then checking for acceptance or allowing the non-acceptance. Please continue on. Awareness and acceptance or non-acceptance. If you like, you can still continue that little smile on your face as you go on with awareness and acceptance. Awareness and checking for acceptance. And for last minute or so, you could actually practice with your eyes fully open or partially open. I suggest you not to look at the screen directly, but you may look on the side or maybe just look over the tip of your nose and continue practicing awareness and acceptance. Awareness and acceptance with your eyes open, bringing it into your daily life. Thank you, guys. May we all achieve inner peace and mental freedom.